Shin Megami Tensei, the franchise where you kill your friends and make friends with demons. I, and the unfortunate few who have played more than just Persona, love this franchise for its rich, ambient storytelling. As much as I would love to tell you the story of SMT5, I really can't. At least not to its fullest. That is the whole point of these, oh god, 2-hour video. I lost all the footage. Well, most of it anyway. But you can still have fun, right? I hope so. Come on. Our story begins, like any other, with a blue-haired man in a desert. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I lost the intro. But that's fine. I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Before, I know how to play Spot the Protagonist, and god dang, is that guy the protagonist.
Take a look.
Well, he didn't really miss much. Name my character, he's Bird, and
This train car's from the Yamanote.
I don't know, a train blew up. We're playing the Vengeance route, so pretty soon here we'll be meeting the most important character of the route, Yoko.
To Tokyo while we were in that tunnel.
But you won't really be seeing much of her, unfortunately, because I lost all her footage too. Pretty much the only guy you'll be seeing throughout the entire campaign is this guy, Nahobino. He doesn't have much dialogue to him, so don't worry about him too much either. All you're really gonna have to worry about is the upcoming boss, not the one that I'm about to show you, but the one after that. If you've played Shin Megami Tensei V before, you should know who it is. And
the truth is,
just so anyone who's curious, I did every single side quest. I just didn't show very many of them, except for a couple of montages here and there. So,
we have the power to stop
yeah, this video is long and it's still just mostly bosses.
I'm not just trying to protect myself. I'm fighting
Speaking
to
of
save
which,
everyone.
we're gonna cut to one right now. So, this is the first boss. I don't even know its name, but he's not too tough. You get 2 extra free human party members. Sometimes you get these guys throughout the route. And they're okay. Yoko is the most powerful one of the human party members. She's got fire magic. And that's about it. So, you'll probably want to switch them out for powerful demons as soon as you get the chance. But this guy, he's easy. Just hit him. You'll die. Alright, let's just get right into it. Before the boss in question, there is our first real cutscene of the game, which unfortunately I did actually have the footage for. And this absolute waffler, not Aogami, but that one, Abdiel, she's gonna ramble on in the most Shin Megami Tensei law is better than chaos nonsense. It doesn't really matter. God good, Lucifer bad, let's kill some demons, blah blah blah. It doesn't really matter until the 900th hour. So, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it. Let's just move on. So, here we go. I've been blue-balling all the SMT fans for too long. Here we are, the first difficult boss of the game, the Hydra. Hydra gives a lot of people trouble in this game. And I played on hard mode, and I didn't have any problems with him. You'll see why when the fight starts, but just know, if you want to make this game really easy, just do side quests. I'm telling you, it will make this game so free. So, here we are. Fight begins and oh god, I'm level 14 with a level 17 demon. Yeah. You do a side quest that will make you fight an Apsaris and give you this Linan Shi, and your protagonist can get really, really strong just by doing more battles. Who would have thought? Leveling up makes you stronger. And yeah, if you do all the side quests, you get a ton of XP, because you get XP for doing the fight itself as well as the actual reward for completing the boss. So yeah, just if you want any information on what I did for stats of this game, I just put everything into strength and just made a physical build. It gets the job done, and the bosses die, so nothing else matters. Not much more to show for the Hydra other than more choppy footage, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way for you. Let's move. Oh, no. Okay, well, so much for the first area. Hope you didn't care about Nua. And Matador as well, I guess. Here's Hellbiker. Hellbiker is the first fiend, and he's pretty hard if you don't do all the side quests. Like I said, do all the side quests, and everything will die super fast. Basically everything. We'll get into the exceptions. But, yeah. I beat this guy on my first try, and he's pretty easy. Not much to him. Hit him. If you have force resistance, that'll be really strong. Fire resistance as well. And his physical attacks, from what I remember, don't hit too hard, so don't worry about having a physical resistance too much. Hit him with ice moves, Omagatogi critical, and he'll die. I sure hope you didn't want to see the end of that fight, because I don't got it. Anyway, here we are with I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. This guy is pretty cool. He's actually cool, but because Atlas released a "Which Demon Are You?" quiz, and I took it, and it gave me this guy. I don't know anything about him, but hey, look at him. He's a king, maybe? He's got a sword. Goat horns? Deer horns? I don't know. He's a boss. So I'm starting to struggle to find things to say about most of these bosses, because they all really come down to the same sort of thing. It's just do side quests, level up, Omagatogi critical, hit them, they die. Buffs and debuffs help, but if you're picking hard mode, you probably already know that. And by this point, most RPGs, buffs and debuffs are really strong. So, yeah, hit him, he'll die. So instead, I'm going to use the time of this boss to just chill, you know? Sometimes you just gotta relax, because opportunities like this don't come very often. Not relaxing time, you could do that. Just lay down, take your phone out, throw it out the window. No, what I'm talking about is the second area, because I really hope you didn't care about it, because you wouldn't believe it. But yeah, I only have the final boss of the area after this. So, the story so far, guy in train, then he fights guy in motorcycle, and then he fights guy with sword. So that's the story so far. Well, would you look at that? After searching through my trash bin for an hour, I was able to find the cutscene right after the boss against Fionn McDonald's. Unfortunately, this cutscene is totally pointless, because I don't know why the hell we're even talking to him. He jumped us, as far as I'm aware, from the last cutscene. Well, anyway, at least it's something. He saved some humans from something or something. I don't really know, I skipped the area. Let's just move on. So, here we go. Now we're back to looking at this guy, and we get to meet the first of what would be many bosses. The first of the Kaddish 2. I hope you don't like these guys because you won't be seeing them. They're actually great characters if you play the story, but yeah, you're not gonna get the story. You should know that by now. And she looks creepy. She does creepy things. She's got this guy's sister. Well, that doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that we're about to have one of the easiest fights in the whole game. I remember when this game first came out, Vengeance I mean, and people were making jokes about how easy this boss was.
Miyazu's free to go.
And I kind of have to agree. He's got this whole gimmick going on, but yeah, you'll see. Let's just skip this cutscene and actually do the fight, since we skipped all the other cutscenes. May as well. So here we go. This is Hayato and him. I actually know Hayato's name because I used his demon. So Atsuta, he uses ice magic, and Hayato uses his move Witness Me in order to attract attacks to him. And the idea is essentially that you'll get hit by moves, you'll get press turns, and then Hayato can use Witness Me, which increases evasion, to make you lose even more turns, which increases his critical chance because of his demon special ability. Then he gets extra turns to do more devastating hits, and you die. The only problem is that he's super weak. For some reason, despite Hayato being an actually pretty decent demon that I used for way longer than I should have, he just sucks. And Atsuta isn't any better. He just also sucks. You can see that I just throw out a demon that resists ice and another demon that is weak to ice, and it just doesn't matter. Parvati just is here for healing, I'm here for damage, Anahita for do some healing, and Guapo is there for moral support. I don't even know why she's here. Horikaja? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not even sure I want to do it. So, yeah. He's already almost dead, the video wasn't even sped up too fast, and now I don't even know what to say. Oh, wait. That's right. My new catchphrase. You hit him, and he'll die. Yeah, there's... Just hit him. He'll die. I'm serious. So, there we go. Kill our friends. I told you we would do this. Unfortunately, he's not actually dead, but I guess more unfortunately, we're saving his sister. He's fighting us because this crazy psycho lady told him to save his sister, but I don't know what he was thinking. Have you watched any anime before? Does this ever work? No. You can't beat the protagonist, and you never will. So, yeah, he loses. Girl's gonna die because, I don't know, we didn't just fight her. Probably would have been smarter. But thankfully, we've got somebody here to help. Somebody. Truly. Me. Please. Actually move. No? No one? Not a single... We're all just gonna watch. Yeah, gasps. We're... Really? Nothing. Nope, we're just gonna let a side character off screen do all the work.
No.
Yep, here we go. So, this is Dazai. Dazai seems to believe that he's the protagonist. Well, we'll see about that.
Words.
So finally we get some story. Aogami tells us we're tired even though I don't know what we're tired from, considering that nothing's happened. But we sleep anyway, and we get this weird fever dream where... Wait a minute. What is that I'm feeling? Is that the feeling of characters I should have met by now? Yes, I do believe that it is. And wait, is that also the feeling of plot? No, it couldn't be. Am I actually going to figure out what's going on? The Great Mother Earth? Wait a minute. Is that the main villain of this story? Well, I suppose we're just going to have to find out, won't we?
This world in which you
No,
must live
we won't find out. I don't have the footage of us finding out. But I do have the footage of this very integral fever dream. So, you're welcome. Sorry I couldn't get the rest of the game. It's gone. Either it's corrupted or gone. I don't know what happened to it. But I'm gonna actually let this cutscene play out so I can introduce the characters of this story. So, yeah, here we go. These are the Kadishtu. They are the main players of the first half of the story, and the guys we're after. They're trying to gather Magatsuhi, give the protagonist fever dreams, and talk about Mother Earth. Mainly is this one. This one is Lilith. She's the leader of the Kadishtu, and the most powerful one of the group. Unless you're actually using them, in which case she isn't. She's trying to use all the Magatsuhi she's gathering to summon Tiamat. Tiamat, if you're into that. So Tiamat is going to destroy the world, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. I'm pretty sure I'm feeling a montage of death coming, so... Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, here we go. We're about to go enter the third area, and again, I hope you don't want to see this area, because you won't be. So, here we are. This is the third area. I don't know any other names, so don't ask me. And this place is actually really pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Soul Hackers 2 final dungeon, but nobody played that game except me, so don't worry about it. This area is actually really good. It's just really long, and there's a lot of bosses in this area. Most of the reason why you're not going to see this is just because there's so many bosses, and fitting all the cutscenes and associated random story nonsense about anything would take too long. So instead you get a montage. Hentai. Dead. Demonetization. Also dead. This guy. Dead. And Black Rider is dead. So apparently the Kadishtu escaped. Oh well, who cares?
I see.
As far as I'm concerned, we only ever met the two. So the first one probably escaped because none of us did anything, and the second one was only in a fever dream, so yeah, I'm not surprised they escaped. Anyway, the one on the left is Nua. She has a really good passive skill that I don't really make use of ever throughout this game, and the other guy is not Raido Kusunoa. I know this is the most tired joke known to man, but yeah, there he is. It's still true. He's got a little bit more depth and vengeance than he does in the original SMT5, but otherwise, he's just kind of here to meet our human status quo, badass with a cape and hat. There's not much to him. He hates demons, but he's friends with a demon. He's a hypocrite, everyone says so. It doesn't really matter. Because I lost so much of his footage, they're probably not going to see much of, if any more of him throughout the rest of the game. So, I hope you like him and his demon girlfriend.
We can't let them hurt more innocent people.
So, we kill him. Somewhere, I guess. And then we get a cutscene where some actual plot happens.
We found a trap at Joseph's
Basically,
temple,
we
set
went
by
to a
Kadishtu.
temple in the human world, found a trap by the Kadishtu to gather Magatsuhi from humans, and we put a stop to it. I don't know how. I wasn't there. I'm going to imagine that we blew it up. That sounds fun. So we blew it up. No more Kadishtu traps because all the humans are dead.
I'll make sure to prepare a security detail.
W.
We'll also work
Anyway,
on countermeasures to draw the
this guy, Koshimizu, is going to be important pretty soon here, so get to know him. If you think he looks like Aogami, congrats!
Government building to summon a god, then odds are
Yeah, no, that's
you'll
it.
find them there. If you encounter
Anyway,
them, don't
let's get on with
hesitate.
it.
Engage on sight.
So, here's the third Kadishtu member. I also don't know her name, so yeah. Sorry. At least this one's not as ugly. And wow, I didn't realize I actually had all the cutscenes for this area. That's unbelievable. Really.
I did not anticipate
Anyway,
the system at
if you
Joseph's
watch the
temple would be
montage,
shut down.
then you probably already know what's going to happen to her in about
You're one
2
of them.
minutes.
The
Yeah, she's gonna
Kadishtu.
die. But not actually, but you know how
I
it is.
am Agrit of the Kadishtu.
Anyway, she's gonna talk about how all of her sisters suck and how she's gonna beat us herself, blah blah blah. We already know how this is gonna be. Rider dead. L Rider dead. And this lady dead. And wow, who would have seen that coming? She lost. And oh wait, can you feel it? What a shame. Nahobino proved too much for you too. Yeah, I told you. And no, I didn't look ahead in the footage even though I could have. I'm just that good.
Not some silly grudge.
Yeah, anyway. It's exactly what I said was gonna happen. We could just get on with it.
Fair enough.
Alright, here we go. So, Yoko, the character I said was important, is now doing
Still.
a very beautiful thing about SMT. Something great about it is that once you've played a lot of SMT games, you start to be able to see these dialogue options. She has the most Shin Megami Tensei law or chaos choice of all time. Should you fix the picture? Or should you try to take a new one from scratch? Yeah, okay. I wonder if this is trying to relate to how you should fix the entire world. It's a picture. You should fix the picture. It's not that deep. You know why I said fix the picture? Because I know you're talking about the entire world. I've played Shin Megami Tensei before. If you're actually just talking about the picture, you just retake the picture. Or you just hold the button down and just take 1,000 pictures. It's not that deep, Yoko. Please. Alright, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. An unbelievable amount of game lost to time. All built up for this. You have
It has been a
me,
long time.
my squad
I am
of useless
grateful we could
clowns
meet this way.
against the hot
So
chick squad.
grateful to meet you again, Nahobino.
Yeah.
Dragon.
It's time for the first of many final bosses of this game. Or I guess this is more of a midway point boss. 3/4, half, whatever you want to call it.
Don't you
She's
already know? We seek
actually
to
pretty
destroy this
tough.
world.
And I'll actually let
To
this
that
boss
end,
play out
we will
for
resurrect
most
the
of it,
fallen goddess,
even though I
the
skipped
queen
most of the
of
cutscenes.
chaos.
I didn't actually lose
The
this one,
others
it's just
have
really
gathered the
long and I
necessary
didn't feel like showing all of
Magatsuhi.
it. basically she starts talking about her philosophy and how the world is going to be destroyed so it can be reborn again, and how Tiamat is going to be the one to destroy it, blah blah blah. Starts saying, spouting some nonsense about how Yoko is going to be the catalyst for the new world, and that she has to be the one to sacrifice Nahobino because they need the Dragon Slayer, who's apparently Aogami. There's a little minor detail here about how Tiamat's a dragon, they need a Dragon Slayer, they gotta kill Nahobino so that way they can get Aogami. And yeah, there's also a little bit of a minor thing about how Aogami is probably the Type 0 Aogami unit that you find the soul of later in the game. This is just a little theory of mine, but that I'll talk more about later. But yeah, she's gonna kill us, but not right now. She decides not to, and Lilith says she's gonna do it herself because this is a video game and Yoko's on our party. So she obviously can't do it. But yep, who would have seen this coming? She teams up with all 4 of the baddies, even though I never met one of them. And we're gonna fight now.
If you refuse, then the sacrifice shall be carried out by us. The Kadishtu.
So here we are. This is the Kadishtu. This fight was very long. I cut out a lot of this fight just because of how long it was. And it is actually pretty tough. I don't think I died in this fight, but you know, I didn't see any deaths in my footage, so it may have never happened. One of them is weak to physical, the others are weak to something, I don't really know. And this move, Mother Earth, removes their debuffs as well as making them immune to physical attacks, which is really annoying since I'm using a physical build. But it's not too big of a deal because when the Kadishtu are respawned, they don't have any of the buffs that are applied, so you can just slam down on the one weak to physical. Then when she gets revived, you can continue to get more press turns, and then use magic to attack them. Isnt is really good here, and because she gives you healing as well as buffs a luster candy to everybody. And if you have the DLC, then you can use Konohana Sakuya, who's even better. I didn't know how to access the DLC at this point, so I don't have any of them yet, but I will use them later. If you want any tips on any demons I would recommend to use, Alice is one that I would always recommend. For some reason, I don't know why, her special attacks die for me. Always did an absurd amount of damage. The only downside is that late in the game I found that a lot of demons either resist or straight up immune to dark. So I didn't get much use out of it late game, but yeah, at this point in the game, as soon as you confuse her, she is super broken. Anyway, I skipped to the point of the boss where all of her minions are dead and she just only has 2 of them at a time. And yeah, she just wastes turns reviving them and you kill them right away. I use this one move on Nahobino to increase the Magasui gauge so I can get Omagatogi criticals more. Lower her defense, raise your attack, Omagatogi critical, hit her, and she'll die at this point. Anyway, let's move on to some of the final bits of story I have footage of.
Oh, Nahobino. You fought so well. And failed.
So, in the most anime trope of anime tropes, we win the fight and lose in the cutscene. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. We can't just have this story progress with us stopping Tiamat from ever being summoned, so not much of a choice. Either the game progresses or it doesn't, and we gotta move forward. So, we die. It's unfortunate, but It's more like a rite of passage for protagonists, honestly. Goku did it. Ichigo did it. Naruto did it. I don't think Luffy's done it yet, but I'm only on, like, chapter 300. It's not too much story.
You are fated to become a goddess.
Anyway, here we are falling into the void of nothingness.
I'm sorry.
And Aogami's talking to us. I've seen anime before. I know what's happening here. Aogami's going to sacrifice himself to save us, and we're going to have to find a new way to fight. Fight to save our friends.
If you hadn't joined
Again,
with me,
rite of
you
passage.
wouldn't have to suffer this fate.
How often in anime do people die, and then you have to develop a new form of strength in order to win?
Dark machinations altogether.
I mean, we killed Krillin for this whole thing. Now we're just killing Aogami. Technically, though, Aogami isn't dead. He's just going to be fused within Tiamat.
Except that I'm
So,
sincerely glad to have met you.
at least there's that.
Our time together
Unfortunately,
may be coming to an
we
end,
are going to be just a
but
human
you will never
after this.
disappear.
And to make matters even worse, a character that I haven't mentioned at all, Tao, also has to sacrifice herself so that way our dying body can be revived. So,
No,
2 people had to
you can't
die.
accept
So, I
defeat.
guess we're a little bit better than
You
Goku.
must
We'll get Super
live.
Saiyan 2. Anyway. Goodbye, Aogami. We had a something. I never shook hands with you
Even if you're alone, you
because
must
I
go.
lost the intro,
She is waiting.
but I'm supposed to feel sad, I think. Now, goodbye, world. You will be missed, I think. I'm not really sure. If you go back to the 3rd area after all this happens, it looks the same. Tiamat doesn't do a whole lot of destruction, despite the Kaddish 2 going on and on about how it's gonna happen. So, yeah. I'm just gonna let the rest of the cutscene play out. Welcome to the void. The void of nothing.
I wish I could have saved you.
The hell are you?
Aogami is gone, but at least
No, I'm
I made it
serious.
back.
Who are you?
That's something. The future of the world is in your hands. So please, please keep
Who
it safe.
are you?
You want to know why I'm doing this? You really don't know. I'm here to stop you from making a dumb mistake like becoming another hero. Ain't you lucky? Not even worth the time it'd take to kill you.
My brother, have you watched an anime before?
We can't
Kill the protagonist, please.
to Bethel,
Oh my god.
and we
I'm
can't
tired
let
of
the
these
dish to run free.
anime Japanese stories making
why
these
I
characters
need you.
not kill
Since
people.
you fought as a Naobino
It would make
before,
your villain arc so much easier. Anyway, remember this guy, Director Koshimizu?
Aogami's true name
Well,
is Susanoo,
he looks like Aogami,
a
and that's
proto-fiend
because they're
created
both
by Bethel,
robots.
Japan,
Proto-fiends,
who is meant to
technically,
inherit
but they're
Matsukami's
robots.
full power.
And because they're robots,
No Aogami
we
type
confuse
humans
together.
are left at the
What
Japan
doesn't make
branch.
sense is how,
However,
given what
there is
the
one
lore of
the
this
same
game is.
family, the Tsukuyomi type,
In the actual
which
lore,
specializes
I
in
know,
domestic
bear with me for a
affairs
second,
and guiding
the only
the
reason we
Japanese
can become a Naobino is because one person is a
While we
demon, the other
analyzed
person, a
Aogami,
human,
we
is the
replicated
knowledge of
system
the
for
demon.
becoming a Naobino and
If both of
outfitted
them
for
come
the
together,
Tsukuyomi
they
type.
can fuse into a Naobino.
What I mean is,
Aogami,
fusion with
conveniently,
this
is
proto-fiend should be
our
possible.
demon. But for some reason we confuse
If
with
you're willing,
Koshimizu.
I would ask
Because
you
they're
to fuse
brothers,
with
I
the
guess?
Tsukuyomi type. I would ask you to
It's
take
not really
up this fight
explained how
once
this is
more.
possible, or whether proto-fiends even can bypass this. We're just led to believe that we can do it, I guess. It had to be done, for the redesign. But,
In
whatever.
order to lead
At least we
well in
get
times
the
of crisis,
handshake that
Tsukuyomi maintained
I got to
human
miss with
affairs
Aogami with
while managing domestic
Koshimizu.
affairs here in Japan. It was necessary to
And
serve the nation.
whatever this place is.
The Tsukuyomi type is
I don't really know
present
why this is
manager
here.
of the country. In fact,
Or
serving
what it
as Prime
is.
Minister. Yes.
Or why we had to go here in order to do this, for that matter. Whatever. Let me just take your hand
Young
already.
man, let us fight together.
Wait, I've seen this before. This is Sailor Moon. Quick, play the theme song. Wait, cut the music. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Now then, young man, forward.
Wow, this place is pretty cool. I really hope it isn't super tedious and boring. That'd be unfortunate now, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yeah, this place is going to be tedious and boring, isn't it? Damn. Well,
Now then,
no point in complaining about it now. I've already went through it. But you guys don't have to. So, they're talking about how Yoko's here, blah blah blah. Something about her being a god, Aogami being dead. It doesn't really matter all that much. The characters start being really stupid and saying, what if that's Yoko? Like they can't obviously see her. You'll see what I mean later. But yeah, it's pretty stupid. And a lot of games and anime do this a lot too. So I
but
hope you don't like it. Because yeah, it's everywhere.
we should go.
So, here's the death of one of the bosses of the area. It's just a cherubim. He goes down pretty easy. Hidden, he dies. Again, I just have to point out, this place looks amazing. It really is a shame that the dungeons of Shin Megami Tensei V are really terrible. They're super boring. They're not that engaging.
Locking up what offends you.
They just suck.
Don't you feel any shame?
Please, Atlas, do better.
Archangel.
You had best watch
Now, here's Yoko. This is where their protagonist starts to question whether or not it's really her, even though, yeah, it's obviously Yoko.
That is what your blind
Like,
faith
she's
tells
even
you.
wearing the exact same clothes as
Cling
when
to
she
it
left.
until the world dies.
Now her eyes glow, I guess, but
Is
is that Hiromine? Please. I guess she couldn't fly before. Come on.
Wait.
I have no more
Well,
words to spare.
at least the dungeon's over. All we got is one more boss.
Farewell, Archangel.
So, Abdiel gets all upset at us for some reason. I guess because we're alive. She could have killed us. You know, when she had the chance. Anyway, it was at this point that I figured out how to access the DLC, and we got Konohana Sakuya. Konohana Sakuya is really overpowered because she's basically just a better item. So, in addition to healing you, giving you luster candy, it also has some other effect to it. I don't really remember. All that really matters is that it gives you luster candy and heals you. She also gets access to a Bowl of Hygeia, which will increase the healing, which will supply your healing for the whole game. You won't need another healer ever. Sometimes she can get pretty low on health, so if you're really scared, either give her a health up or just use incenses, and yeah, that'll work. This will also be one of the last times I'll be using Alice. May God rest her soul. Or Lucifer. Or whoever does that anymore. I don't really know. This franchise doesn't make any sense. Garon? I just give him play coins. Anyway, Abdiel's pretty easy. You know the drift. Buffs, debuffs, hit her, and she dies. Ah, finally. I get to have some peace and quiet and watch the world end.
Sorry. I know it's a surprise.
What's a surprise? I thought you were dead.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong there. It's really good to see you safe.
Yeah, okay.
The Tao you knew, she did die.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
And the form I hold now, it is her soul reborn by a power beyond description.
Yeah, that's not very surprising. Happens all the time around here.
As goddess of creation, my purpose is to guide the Nahobino to the throne.
Smash. No, that's not where. Okay.
Come, look. Tokyo fades like the setting sun. Time is almost up.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it in peace, but you're distracting me.
The Empyrean. You can reach it and recreate the entire world. I believe you are the only one who can create a better world. One humanity deserves.
You're talking about yourself here. I don't know you.
What power I have shall be yours. and we can form a new world, as it should be. Until then, I ask only this. Will you let me fight at your side?
Who are you? Fine.
Thank you. Onward.
God, you talk. Okay,
God's
yeah, cut me off.
miracle dissipates, Tokyo and all within. They're doomed. Should it come to pass, they'll all vanish. If this stirs your heart even a little, then we must make for the throne. Create a new world, one according to your vision. Now take my hand. I'll escort you into Dod, and the path to the Empyrean.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like it's montage time. Cut the music. You're really just gonna montage away Zeus and Odin? They're actually important bosses of the story. I know I skipped it all, but still. Zeus and Odin. They give you keys. They're actually important. Okay, yeah, let's be honest, they're really not. Okay, just one more to get for the montage.
Forgive me.
Okay, you know how this works. You're gonna sit there, I'm gonna hit you, you're gonna die. Wait, what's happening? This isn't normal. I read the script, you're supposed to... Oh. Well, I mean, that makes my job easier, but... I still need the body so I can at least fake it. I don't really care about the key, I just really want the clip. Oh. Oh shit, it's Beelzebub. What's up, man? You'll make it way better for the montage. So, Beelzebub. This boss is pretty easy, because I'm level 72. Yep, there's no other reason. So, yeah, this is where you get to actually see the rest of Kadishtu. So, on the bottom there is Isheth. She's a very powerful physical attacker with increased crit chance, thanks to her special ability. In addition to myself, we do tons of damage. Nama, I basically just gave Debilitate to. I'll swap her out when I get a better Debilitate caster and realize that she's actually not super amazing. I kinda messed up her build. She's pretty decent if you take away her physical weakness, because she resists all elements. But the problem is that I gave her Diarahan, and she actually can't get any bonuses for healing augment, unfortunately. So I could have found a better use for her, or just a better demon in general for this role. But yeah, this is Beelzebub. You hit him, he dies. You know the drift. He's not too strong, just because I'm really high level. I'm sure he's tough if you actually fight him normally. Well, I don't think it'll be making it into the montage. I seem to have heard a door opening. Oh, yeah, a key. I kind of forgot that I was supposed to be collecting these. Oh well. Leg jiggle. So, here we go.
This
Path
is the
to the
Temple of
Empyrean.
Eternity. Once we
Trying to
reach
get to the
top and
final
offer the
area
3
of the
keys,
game.
The path to the Empyrean will open.
But
Pillar Empyrean,
unfortunately,
as it is called, spans the gap
that
between
means,
heaven and
since
earth,
this was the last
connecting
area
them.
that...
Do be careful,
Oh
however.
no.
I
It means
detect
we have
many a
another
demon within
boring
these
dungeon to
grounds.
go through. Oh. Yeah. It's a tragedy. So I saved you the trouble, skipped all the boring stuff. Here's the only interesting parts. First is this guy, Metatron. He's pretty cool. Robot angel and all. But, yeah. You'll see what happens to him in a second. He's a boss, which is bad news for him, considering I've got a pretty good track record of hitting these guys and then dying. So instead I'll just talk about my newest party member, Lilith. I definitely didn't get Lilith on my team because I wanted to fill out the Kadishtu. Yeah, Lilith, she just has that Mother Earth skill I told you about before. And, I don't know, wind spells. She's got Dona Magic-y, which will increase the magic damage of people. I don't really know why I have this, considering I don't really have any magic attackers. But, yeah. Metatron, buffs, debuffs, hit him, he dies. Finally, this game can be finished. I want to go to sleep. Okay. Path to the Imperium. No. There's no way.
Hey, look who's showing.
Get out of my way! I am sick and tired of you acting like you're the protagonist. Please, just stop. Stop while you're ahead. You peaked, bro. And like, you peaked before you were born. Like, that was it. Dog, you are useless. And your boss fight is easy. You want to know the strategy to kill Dazai and Dark Abdiel? You buff. You debuff. You click that skill, Omaga Toki Critical, and then you hit him until he dies. There really is no other strategy here. I use this strategy against every boss for the entire game. I know I've been saying this for an hour, but I am serious right now. Hit him and he'll die. Every boss. Finally, I can just walk up some...
This is...
Shut up! Smash. I can walk up some stairs and be done with this game.
It has been a long journey, and you have done well to come this far. We stand before the Pillar Imperial, a path of light. It shall lead the Nahobino to highest heaven. See your world achieved. I will stand by your side until
I still don't know who you
the
are.
end. Creation is the will of the universe itself. And the reason, my reason for being, is to oversee it. Come, let us go.
Finally. Finally, you stop talking about nonsense. Let's just go. We're not gonna fuse any of these guys. Let's just go and end this game, please. This video is too long, and I want to sleep. Finally. The Tower of Heaven. Or something. Whatever this is. I don't know. It's good to finally be at the end. This journey is way too long. And hopefully there will be nobody else who I don't know about. And as if right on cue, here's somebody who I don't know about. Have we met before? Because I feel like we should have met before.
So, you've come. This is the Hall of Creation, resting place of the throne.
Okay.
The Nahobino who will take the throne has been determined. Thus, I shall fulfill my role.
Well, maybe we haven't met before.
For ages I have watched over this world, but at last I can administer my true duty. Goddess, it is time.
Oh, please don't bring over Tao. She won't stop talking. Here it comes. Maybe she...
Not so fast.
Damn it, Yoko! The game was ending.
Creation is not the way. Let the world be returned to chaos.
Oh my god.
Wait. Yoko, is that you? You're okay. There was a time when I was known as Yoko. Now, I am the goddess who guides Tiamat. You were once my friend, Tao. But this is about far more than who we were. I carry the will of the Kadishtu. I will destroy this world and surrender it to chaos.
I hate to break it to you, but the Kadishu are in my party.
Is that you?
Who else would it be? Yes, it's me.
I didn't. I'm glad you lived, but I thought the sacrifice would have. Aogami protected him. Now he has become Nahobino again, and he seeks the throne. Yoko, I had no idea you'd end up a goddess. My role is to guide him to the throne. It is who I am. I do not wish to hurt you. Will you let us pass? If he gets his ideal world, then we can save everyone. So please, you have to believe in us. Wait, Tao. I wasn't expecting to see you, at least not like this. A goddess. I didn't know you would end that way either. But still, I won't back down. The Kadishtu showed me the truth. The flaw in the system that governs us. What flaw? It's not fair. Never was. It is the hierarchy that came to be when the Horned God assumed the throne. One god rose above the others and seized control. By his example, mortals learned to do the same. This structure has defined us, corrupted humanity. It is our history, broken beyond repair. Listen to me. You felt it back at school. You saw humanity for what it is. Stupid and ugly. I did. I did feel it then. But that is why we need him. A new god to rule and mend this broken world. For Yuzuru, for Yakumo, for Dazai. We need someone who can answer their human hopes. With his powers as Nahobino, I know he can create a world of peace and joy. Tao, is that truly what you believe? One god to rule over everyone? Do you think humanity will ever be happy being ruled? No. It's built on the same ground. The same broken system. A god who has control over everything.
It ruined our world. That's the reason we're fractured, divided between oppressors and oppressed. Even if he takes the throne, nothing will change. It will simply be a new oppressor. There is only one way. Our way. Let Tiamat's power destroy the world, then begin anew from the chaos. Truly free. There will be no concept of rule. And everyone, human and demon, will be free.
Not gonna lie, Yoko, your plan sucks. No, like, I'm sorry. It's just bad. You're gonna make me choose, huh? Well, Yoko, I know we know each other, but Tao probably won't shut up if I don't take her hand. So, here we go. Tao?
My friend.
Okay, yeah, you're really just gonna
and
cut
I
me off
have
then.
the same
I don't
vision
care what
for
you
the
have to say,
future.
Tao. But you know what? If I take your hand, you just might be quiet for once in your life.
Please. You can take my hand. Assume the throne and create our ideal world.
I promise you it will not be ideal. I'll be doing what I do best. Hating things till they die. Well, you look happy about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
With this, we will preserve the history of humanity. We will forge an even better world.
What I said I would do. Not at all.
You will not.
See, even she gets it.
You can't. I won't let you.
That won't be necessary.
Any future you build for this world will be as broken as the past. You preserve a god's rule. The law of one.
That one badass being me. That's the whole point.
The Kadishtu were right. I am their plan. The world's fate is to return to chaos.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. You know I'm the Dragon Slayer, right? I beat all of Skyrim. Or this is Dragonborn. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh, Tiamat. Grant death to the slaves of the system.
So, the first of many final bosses for this game. And I'm sorry to tell you, but this boss also wasn't too tough. Long, not very hard. Thankfully though, it is actually a pretty interesting boss. Basically, she's got 4 targets. The main body, and then 3 dragon heads. Attacking the main body is basically pointless. So you've got to attack the 3 dragon heads, and once they die, the main body will sacrifice some of its HP to revive a head. So, it is a pretty interesting boss, but it essentially just boils down to hit her till she dies. This fight would probably be a bit more difficult if you couldn't one-shot the heads, but since I'm strong enough and doing all those side quests, I can, so the boss just essentially has a set turn counter of how long it'll last before it dies. If you can't defeat the heads in one blow, I can see this fight being even longer and even more frustrating. You can also make this fight a lot easier by using an actual team setup instead of the one that I'm using right now. So, do with that what you will.
Let's go.
Also, as a quick side note, you can use combinations of Omagatogi moves other than critical, like the one that you get when you fuse with Director Koshimizu. Omnipotent Succession can be combined with critical if you wait to get critical, to do 4 critical attacks in a row, and it can be pretty strong in the right situation. There's also a lot of very broken builds you can do with other setups, like dodge setups, that I didn't go for in the main story because it's just not necessary. Just don't forget to set up your buffs and debuffs. They are helpful. And again, I can't really emphasize this enough, but do side quests and get a better team setup. I'm using the Kadishtu just because they're the staple characters of Vengeance, but if you're having trouble with the game and you want to make it a bit easier, there's tons of better options. Just make sure you cover your resistances, your weaknesses, and you'll be okay. Now, this boss does do something that can be a bit threatening if you don't know how to deal with it. And that's her Magatsugi move. Eventually in the fight, she will gather Magatsugi and get ready to do a very powerful attack. And this powerful attack has one really big counter. So the big counter I'm referring to is checking the menu. Once a demon has used its skill before, you can check the menu to see what properties it has, and this includes the Magatsugi skills. So I just went into the menu and checked what properties it had, and it turns out it's a physical attack. So you can just set up a physical dampener and completely negate her strongest attack. It's kind of cheese, but if it works, it works. Dampeners are very good in this game, and I used them sparingly, not because I wanted to get the game easier, but because I didn't need them. And yeah, there you go. No damage. But again, if you're having trouble, use dampeners and your attack mirrors. Items are very good generally in SMT, so use them often. You get tons of them, especially in SMT 5 with your helper. Well, she's almost dead, so hope you're ready for the end of Shin Megami Tensei V. Told you I was the Dragon Slayer and the Dragonborn, but whatever. You are never gonna win this.
It's pointless. Tiamat is primordial. The Mother Goddess will not fall.
No, not another losing the cutscene. This is bullshit. I want to recount.
She transcends even the concept of death.
That's not a thing. There is no transcendent of death. It's not a thing. Oh shit, is that the Omega Beams? Well, I'm glad to know that I can survive the Omega Beams. Does that mean I'm Batman? Oh. Nah. Batman would just stand there and they would have dodged him. What the hell is that? Is that plot armor? Holy crap. It is plot armor. Aogami, I know we didn't get to talk at the start of the game, but I just feel like now's the time.
Young man, if you wish to live, take my hand.
Aogami, I love the Terminator.
My being became Magatsuhi. I was absorbed by Tiamat. When she fell by your hand and reformed, my essence escaped hers. I have reclaimed myself. But when we were bound together, I learned something. As a primordial goddess, she is nearly immortal. Yet her divinity is rooted within her identity as a dragon. If you seek to best a godly dragon, you'll need a godly dragon slayer. And so, my power is yours. Now let us rise, young man. This time we end it.
Aogami, no one cares about the explanation. Hit the theme music. Damn, that was hard. Tao, come on. Let's finish this game. What? No, no, no. What the hell is this? Why am I fighting the final boss of Final Fantasy XIII? And what, level 97? What did I miss? How much did I miss? Oh my god. What is even happening? No, it's okay. We can fix this. All we have to do is beat this thing, and then finally, the Lassie can be free. We can be free from Shin Megami Tensei V and all this goddamn lost footage! In all seriousness though, this boss, it sucks. It is so long, its gimmick is boring, and yeah, it just sucks. The reason why my level jumped so high is because I lost all the footage of the boss because my game crashed, and I didn't want to deal with fighting Tiamat and this boss that was taking 2 hours, so yeah, I just leveled up. The game can end for real. 2 final bosses down. Let's end this. Tao, if you have one more line of dialogue. Stop cutting me off!
I exist to guide the Nahobino to the throne. I am grateful to you, Nahobino. It is thanks to you that I shall soon serve my purpose. Please, this way. Ascend the throne as ruler of this world.
Fine. I can finally be over with you and this game. Not that I got to play it. It didn't exist. Well, here we go. Wonder what happened to that buff guy. I thought this was supposed to be his job. He just kind of left. Or, you know, the fiends for that matter. I fought a couple of them. I feel like they should have unlocked something for me. Well, none of that matters now anyway, so here we go. The end of Shin Megami Tensei V. Again. There is no way.
So this is our fated ruler.
There is no way. Lucifer, go away!
You must know, this newfound world of yours is fleeting. Just as the last world came to an end, so too shall yours. It is inevitable.
Just let it end.
Of nature. Do you wish to know why?
No, I don't.
You will find me in the realm beyond the earth and heavens. Best come prepared.
I'm gonna go let off some steam. This 3 final boss nonsense is getting to me. Shiva, you're dead. First on my list of super bosses to get rid of. God, you were easy. Demi-fiend, you're... Wait, hold on. Something's not right here. Is this what the death screen looks like? No, he's way too strong. No. You know what? I'll take Lucifer. Loosey goosey, I'm coming. I don't want to fight Demi-fiend. Hell yeah, I'm going. Extremely powerful being. No, there's no way he's as strong as Demi-fiend. Let's just get this over with, please. Please. Okay, here we go. Final boss. For real this time. At least it looks cool. Hello, Lewis Cypher. Eye roll.
To possess such incredible power, no doubt means you are able to see my true form. Look upon me.
Not gonna lie, I can see why you changed it. This looks much worse. Like, I'm serious. The whole robot thing, it's not great. It's a Metatron steal.
Shall we begin?
Please. I'm tired of all these characters waffling on and on. Let's just end this. Badass to badass. So, Lucifer. First things first, let's talk about this final boss music. It's horrible. I've seen people complain about the Devil Summoner final boss theme for being anticlimactic for the ending of the game, but at least that boss theme exists. This is just ambience, the final boss theme. No thank you. It's terrible. The amount of amazing music throughout this game, like the Kadishtu or Beelzebub or Dancing Crazy Murder, this just isn't it. The final boss themes of this game are horrible. I am sorry. Anyway, Lucifer himself, he can actually be pretty tough. Phase 1 is super easy. You just set up these balls, you gotta break them. They hit them, and they break. There's not much to it. So, then there's Phase 2. He tries to talk about some nonsense about the mandala system and how the world is doomed to repeat itself forever and ever, but I really couldn't care less. Phase 2 is much of the same. Just hit him and he'll die. Omagadogi critical, debilitate, buffs. Yeah. Again, I just can't keep saying this. The final boss theme of this final boss is horrible. So, what you've been listening to so far has not been the final boss theme of this game. It's been the final boss theme of Devil Summoner. Yeah, I just can't listen to it. Alright, well, here comes Phase 3, so maybe it'll be a bit more climactic. So, in Phase 3, he just sets up a big ball, and if you don't destroy it, you can basically just consider yourself dead. So just make sure you have powerful guys, and hit the ball. He will get rid of all your buffs before summoning it, so keep that in mind. But overall, it's not too big of a deal. Just debilitate, buffs, hit it, it'll die. If you're really worried about moves, you can keep track of a cycle that he always goes on. I don't exactly know it, but every couple of turns he'll do it, so if you just count how many turns it takes before he does it, then you can just save your critical for when he summons the ball, and then use it every time. You can destroy without the ball, that's what I do, but if you're worried, use your critical on it. Personally, I think counting turns is lame, and I'm just not going to do it. But this is the end of the fight, so I'm just going to let it play out for you.
Watch this. Murakumo!
This was Shin Megami Tensei V, Vengeance. Overall, Vengeance was a very good game. Definitely an improvement off of the original SMT5, from what I hear. I never actually played the original. But, yeah, it wasn't always a game I was super excited to play at the end. The reason is pretty simple. It just started to drag on. Lots of bosses, I was way too strong. Yeah, it's pretty simple. But overall, it was a very fun game. Now, I'm just going to freestyle here for a second, not poorly read off of a script, because this video took a long time to make, and all the losing of content, like the entirety of the second area, it wasn't a joke. I really did lose all that content, and yeah, it hurts. So, I'm just gonna ask you to please subscribe to the video, because if I'm gonna keep doing this, it's gotta be worth it. I really do like making these videos. It was actually a lot of fun. I thought the editing process would be a lot more difficult than it was, although it's probably because my editing isn't very good. I'm sorry for that. I will get better as I do it more. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I will be playing these games live on Twitch, link in the description. I'll be playing every Tuesday and Thursday at 2. So come by, watch me play, and if you want to see a specific game, leave it down in the comments, and yeah, I'll get around to it probably. I'll be doing more than just Shin Megami Tensei on this channel, but if there's a huge demand for more SMT, I will do it. The next video I'll be making is probably going to be Devil Summoner, because I've got what I think is a pretty good idea for that, and hopefully you'll like it. I again also just want to apologize for the shoddy microphone and video quality. I don't exactly have the greatest setup, so it'll get better as the videos go on. I will be continuing to do this, and if you've watched this far, then you probably want to see me continue to do this too, and I really can't thank you enough for that. This video was very heavily inspired by Marsh's channel. If you somehow found me before you found his channel, then I would highly recommend you go over there. His videos will be like mine, except infinitely better. And that's not a joke, his videos are amazing. They're very well made, and I can't recommend them enough. And Marsh, if you somehow find this video, keep up the good work, and upload more than When the Moon Turns Blue. Unfortunately, I ran out of stuff to say. I thought I would be able to cover the entire credits, but the credits seem to waffle on as much as Tao does, so I think I'm going to skip ahead, because there's one more thing I've got to do.